Luis Antonio Acosta Rovira, con cédula 8-1159-626, para tratar asuntos de orden familiar. Este es un mensaje del CENIAF.
Conéctate con la estrella, es el proyecto de todos. Y si cantamos a coro todo el mundo, edúcate, edúcate, edúcate. Conéctate, conéctate, conéctate. Somos el futuro de la patria.
Suena el timbre de 10º grado. Conéctate con la estrella, celebrando el Bicentenario.
Congratulations, Panama! We are celebrating 200 years of independence from Spain. Greetings from your teacher, Mrs. Ayala. Bye.
Congratulations, Panama, on the 200 years of independence from Spain. Congratulations on your bicentennial anniversary.
We learn from the past to understand the present, to continue to work for the future. Congratulations, Panama, for your 200 years of independence from Spain.
We are celebrating our bicentennial anniversary. Congratulations, Panama, from your teacher, Gustavo.
Panama hadiahning gomendo España llevado aricomen puto habado. Let's celebrate, let's rejoice these 200 years of independence from Spain. Good vibes from your teacher, Abiashaf Rizman.
Conéctate con la estrella, es el proyecto de todos. Y si cantamos a coro todo el mundo, edúcate, edúcate, edúcate. Conéctate, conéctate, conéctate. Somos el futuro de la patria.
Welcome, welcome, people. Welcome to our English class, Mr. Abishaf.
Good afternoon, students. Welcome to this class. I hope you enjoy a lot and learn a lot with us.
Okay, welcome to your favorite class, people. We are happy to be here today. It's a pleasure for me and for Mr. Abishaf to be here in our English class this Friday. Okay, you can join us through our social medias, Mr. Abishaf.
Yes, you can get to Instagram in National FM and also through the number 60048182 if you want to share with us your answers or any question you may have.
Okay, very good, people. Okay, today we have prepared an interesting and awesome topic for you guys. Okay, today we have Panamanian cultural heritage. Okay, for 10 grades. Okay, we are going to start with our learning objectives for this class, for this topic. What are our learning objective, people? To value the tradition of different regions of Panama, applying the grammar structure. To point out the importance of the Panamanian cultural heritage. Our achievement indicator for this class, people. The student shows an attitude of respect to the ethnic groups in Panama and recognize their characteristics here in Panama. Okay, in the previous class, in the last week, we were talking about our national heritage, our ethnic group. Mr. Abiyashab, do you remember?
Yes, of course. We were learning about the different ethnics that we have here and also the important traditions that they have.
Okay, today we are going to continue with the same topic about our cultural heritage. Okay, we got did you know people, today we have an interesting topic, the Bicentennial of Panama. Okay, when is the Bicentennial of Panama? Okay, this year we commemorate the 200 years of the independence of Panama from Spain, an act that took place between November 10 and 28 in 1921, thus ending the 321 year of colonial life. Okay, When is the Bicentennial of Panama? Do you know something about it, Mr. Abiashab?
Yes, for what I know, it is going to take place this Sunday, 28th of November.
Okay, very good. Okay, we continue with what do you know? What do you know, people? Okay, what do you know? We would like to know why we prepare this topic for you guys. Why? We would like to know how much our participants know about our topics. So we would like to know how much do you know about our topic. For example, show your knowledge about our Panamanian cultural heritage. Okay, you have to tell me how much do you know about our Panamanian cultural heritage. The question number one is for you guys, for you participants, you have to tell me the name of some Panamanian handicraft. Okay, the last class we were talking about handicraft, and you have to remember all the handicraft that we mentioned here in the cabin. Okay, you have to mention 3 handicraft of our ethnic group. Do you remember one, Mr. Abiashab? One?
Yes, I do remember that I saw some baskets, the mola.
Mola?
And ceramic things.
Exactly. Okay. In number 2, you have to tell me the name of traditional dance. Okay, the name of traditional dance that we have here in Panama. Okay, you have to tell me 3. Remember, you can join us through our social media, WhatsApp, Instagram, YouTube, okay, and tell us your answers. Okay, number 3, which Panamanian music do you remember? Which Panamanian music do you remember, people? Okay, you have to tell me 3 Panamanian music. Okay, 4, name some Panamanian traditional food. Okay, you have to tell me 3 of them. Okay, do you remember one, Mr. Abiashab?
Well, for what I know, one of the most very famous Panamanian food is the sancocho.
Sancocho.
And also the traditional Cunas food, which is tulemase.
Tulemase, very good. As I said before, we were talking about traditional food the last of the previous class. Okay? Okay, continue with the topic, people. We have Panamanian cultural diversity. Could you help me, Mr. Abiashab?
Yes. Panama is a mixture of ethnics, tradition, and customs, where we find a blend of Spanish, Native American, and other European countries who have influence in our culture, music, dance, customs, and even cuisine. Our folklore is enriched with a variety of festivals, dances, and traditions that pass from fathers to sons. It is important to point out relevant topics of our cultural heritage.
Okay.
Yes, so we have handicraft, music, and cuisine.
Okay, it is important to point out relevant topic of our cultural heritage, people. It is important. What are the relevant topic of our cultural heritage? The handicraft, the music, and our cuisine. Okay. Those are the important and relevant topic of our cultural heritage: handicraft, music, and cuisine. Panamanian cuisine, of course. Okay, now we got to discovering the secret of our ethnic groups. Okay, Emberá Wunang. Today we have the Emberá Wunang. We are going to discover the secret of our ethnic groups. Okay. Today we have the Emberá Wunang. Okay, I'm going to read a little piece of them. Okay, the Emberá people mostly live in Chocó, department of Western Colombia, and in Panama. For the Panamanian Emberá, the Chocó and its river system remain their ancestral homelands, and their different dialects of the Emberá language still mostly correspond to the different part of that area and its river system. Okay. We are going to discover the location, the clothing, and the dance of the Emberá Wunang, discovering the secret of our ethnic group. The location. What is the location of these particular groups, Mr. Abiashab?
Well, most of them are located in the Darien province and also in part of Colombia, specifically the district of Chepigana and Pinogana, and its capital is Unión Chocó.
Unión Chocó, okay. That is the location of our ethnic group, the Emberabunan. Okay, the clothing, could you help me, Mr. Abiashab?
Yes, the men spoke about good hairstyles and when not in towns wear nothing but minimal loin clothes, and the name of that is Wayuko is the name of the Embera's clothes for the men, and the women wear brightly colored clothes wrapped in the waist as a skirt, and that skirt name is Paruma. So for the woman is Paruma, and for the men is
Wayuko. Okay, we have two new words for today, Wayuko and Paruma. Okay, dance. Their dance are characterized by dancing in groups and parties and ceremonies. They are accompanied by music produced by the accordion, flutes, drums, and rattles. Okay, we continue with houses. Mr. Abiashab?
Yes, the Embera people live in small villages of 5 to 20 houses along the banks of the rivers throughout the Chucunacal, Tuira, and Balsas River.
Okay, there's subsistence. Subsistence requires cooperation between households and many tasks that are performed communally. Okay, we continue with topic explanation. With the topic explanation for today. Read carefully and provide examples. Handicraft. That is a new word for you people. Handicraft, sample of animals, of nature objects in wood carvings, ceremonial masks, and pottery representing church items, garden ornaments, and so on. Tradition. What is tradition, people? Tradition of costume, transmission of costume from generation to generation are songs, poems, tales, religious tradition, salomas, playing the drum. Folk music, Mr. Abiashab?
Well, the folk music is a popular music blended with Indian and European influences and African as well. So it's like a black rhythm. So some opponents are Sandoval's brother, Upiano Vergara, Nenito, Osvaldo Ayala, and so on. We have a lot of them here in Panama.
We have a lot of them. Okay. Yes. We continue with traditional food cuisine. Panamanian food reflects our history. Colombian, USA, and Caribbean influence can be enjoyed over famous dishes like arroz con pollo and sancocho. Okay, folk dress, the folk dress, la pollera. You know what pollera is? Okay, la pollera, woman traditional dress, handmade, the straw hat, el montuno, the diablicos mask, the Congo dress are exuberant examples of our country dress. Okay, we continue with our vocabulary for today, people. We continue with our vocabulary. Mr. Abiachad, can you help me?
Yes, I can see the first word there is Wayuko.
Wayuko, okay. The men wear a cover that they call Wayuko. But when they go to the town, they wear shirts and pants. Although currently men wear modern t-shirts and pants. Okay, as I say, we said before that the men use Wayukos and the girls use Parumas. Very good. Okay, the next one is Mr. Abiashab. Chaquiras. Okay, what Chaquira is? Are various types of items made in multiple shapes, materials, colors, and design used to make necklaces, bracelets, and other objects for personal decoration. Okay. Next one, Mr. Abiashab.
Ritual.
What is ritual? Ritual is a cultural expression. A religious or solemn ceremony consisting of a series of actions performed according to a prescribed order. Okay. Next one.
Piragua.
Piragua. What piragua is? Piragua. Canoe is the way of transportation for indigenous people of ethnic groups. I think so. You know piragua, Mr. Abiashab?
Yes, I have traveled on that thing. Yes.
Piragua.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. We continue with match.
Okay.
With a match. 2 minutes to finish.
One.
Okay. Match the word with the pictures. Okay. You can help me, Mr. Abiachaf, in the.
Yes, handicraft goes with the image C.
C, very good.
Then we have comarca there. Comarca is a place, it's a territory, so it will be the E.
Okay.
Yes, necklace. Well, actually, looks like the C as well.
The C as well.
So this is because it's a kind of a handicraft as well.
Okay.
It's painting goes with B and dance with A.
Okay, people, okay, we need to stop here because
yes, the time is over, but remember you can still go and review our classroom site, and there you can find more information, and the classroom password for this class is 5W36FJK. GK, sorry, and there you can access and to see the full class for this time.
Okay, people, stay there. We will continue after the break.
Conéctate con Estrella, es el proyecto de todos. Y si cantamos a coro todo el mundo, edúcate, edúcate, edúcate. Conéctate, conéctate, conéctate. Somos el futuro de la patria.
Mi nombre es Arjen Pinto y soy del Club Deportivo del Este. La LFF se escucha por Nacional FM. Somos más fútbol. Todos somos Panamá. Viva el Bicentenario de la Nación.
Conéctate con la estrella, es el proyecto de todos. Y si cantamos a coro todo el mundo, edúcate, edúcate, edúcate. Conéctate, conéctate, conéctate. Somos el futuro de la patria. Conéctate con la estrella, es el proyecto de todos. Y si cantamos a coro todo el mundo, edúcate, edúcate, edúcate. Conéctate, conéctate, conéctate. Somos el futuro de la patria.
Suena el timbre de 11º grado. Conéctate con la estrella, celebrando el Bicentenario.
Welcome to your favorite class, people. We are happy to be here today with you. It's a pleasure for me and Mr. Abiashab to be here in your favorite English class for Friday. Mr. Abiashab?
Good afternoon, student of 11th grade. Yes, as mentioned, we are really glad to be here and share with you some information and also to help you to improve or to practice your English. So it is a pleasure to be here. So today we have a very interesting topic for all of you. Actually, two topics in one. The topic is cultural diversity in Panama. And also, we will discuss a little bit the importance of the English language as a foreign language. So we have a very interesting topic today. I hope you stay tuned and you can share your answer with us. You can also send your greetings through Instagram. Remember, it's Nacional FM, and also through the WhatsApp number, which is 6004-8182. There you can send your answers and to share anything you would like to with us.
Okay, Mr. Abiashab, before to start the class, some people join us. Milagros Aizpurúa, 292409. Adrián Hernández. Carlos Ruiz,
Thank
2955. Linet Chávez. Yayi Cardoso. Emelda Judith. Rose Devan, 81. Also, Angel Lar, 139, join us. Thank you, people.
Very good. Stay tuned there. And yes, we are going to discuss something really relevant today. And remember, throughout all this month, we've been celebrating different national holidays. Panama is full of holidays during this month, which is November, and we are going to end a very interesting celebration on this 28th, which is the Bicentennial, or in Spanish we call it Bicentenario, which is we are celebrating 200 years of independence from Spain. So that's going to be something really rejoicing for all of Panamanians, and we will celebrate it this coming Sunday. And we will discuss a little bit today what is it. So we have some learning objective. Of course, the purpose of this class is you to learn something. So you will be able to learn and use new words related to cultural diversity. And also you will be able to identify the different benefits of learning English. And how you will to know that you are actually learning? Well, the success criteria tells you that you will be able to speak about Panama cultural diversity. And also you will be able to talk and convince your friends about learning English as a foreign language, because even though we know that English is everywhere, still some people don't want to learn or some people feel afraid of learning English language. But today you will, after the class and some other tips that we are going to provide you, you will be able to convince your friends and relatives to start learning this language. Okay, good. Now we have a very interesting segment that I would like to read a little bit, so share with you as well about something about the Do you know, or did you know, Panamanians are celebrating 200 years of independence from Spain. The process throughout which the Isthmus of Panama broke its ties with the Iberian Empire took place from November 10 to 28th, 1821, after 321 years of colonial rule. So it was a process. It didn't happen from one day to another. It was a very long process in which many Panamanians tried to be independent from the Iberian Empire. Good. To ensure citizens' participation and promoting work, subcommittees were formed to address various aspects of the bicentennial celebrations, including municipal participation, national events, cultures and communication, finance, youth, research and documentation, indigenous people, Afro-descendants, and diversity and regional integration. So it was, as I told before, it was a process in which a lot of people were involved in order to achieve this independence. So it is very interesting. You have to keep that in mind. Good. So now talking about diversity, here in Panama, even though the most of the people are called Latinos and we have mestizos and also indigenous groups, but we also have a lot of foreign people living here. So I would like you to see this image in which you will see 3 flags. Okay, you can see the image now. And here we have two squares or charts in which I have a name of different countries there. And you will try to guess. Yes, if you are connected to Instagram or you can see it through Instagram, then you can try to guess which is the flag number 1. Mr. Gustavo, what do you think is that?
Okay, the flag number 1, I think, is India.
Yes, that flag is the one of India. Good. What about the second one?
The second one, I think, is China.
Exactly, very good. That is China. And what about the flag number 3?
The flag number 3, I think it is USA.
Yes, is USA. And sometimes it is like unbelievable, but Panama, even though it is a very small country, we are full of these groups of people from these countries, especially from India and China. And of course, since we are in this country, businesses are done and taken care, so United States have a lot of influences here, and a lot of people from that country are coming all the time to do business here. So that's why we have very different kind of people here, diversity, that is the topic of today. And well, I would like to teach you to say hello, at least to say hello to these people, because in every corner you will find a different person from different countries. So if you meet an Indian person, he might be Hindu or Muslim, because in India, even though there's a lot of religions, but the most important people or cultures there are Hindus and Muslims. So if you meet an Indian which is Muslim, you will tell him Assalamu alaikum. Repeat it, Mr. Gustavo. How is it? Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum.
Yes. And if you find an Indian who practices the Hinduism, you will tell him Namaste.
Namaste.
Namaste. Yes, pretty easy. Also, we have a lot of Chinese people living here. You can find them in everywhere. They have some stores, some other different kind of businesses. So, if you find a Chinese and you want to, to make that connection and to really feel that diversity in your country, you will tell to a Chinese, Ni hao, or if he speaks Mandarin, or if he speaks Cantonese, you will say Lei ho. So, Ni hao or Lei ho.
Ni hao, Lei ho.
Yes, both of them are correct. Yes, and there are many other Chinese languages, but those are the ones that people here in Panama talks the most. And also, of course, we are learning English, and we know that a lot of English speakers live in this country, and you will tell that to that person, hello. And if you find a French one, someone who is from France, you will tell him, bonjour. How is it?
Bonjour.
Exactly, bonjour. And of course in Spanish is hola.
Hola.
Of those is a greeting. Okay, good. So now let's talk a little bit. What is actually a diversity? And adapting to a new culture is not easy, especially if you lived in only one country your entire life. But if you are serious about learning a foreign language, opening up to the foreign culture, it's a necessity to be able to genuinely learn and understand the tweaks of the language. Okay, so in this case, you are learning English, right? So if you really would like to learn the language and to be able to manage to handle it, to speak with everyone without any fear, what you have to do is to learn the culture of the country that speaks the language. In this case, you will have to learn a lot of Britain or United States, their history, and to read a lot of books, get involved in the culture itself. So when you open your heart and you open your mind to these different aspects, then you will get to learn this language in a very fluent way.
Okay, we have people to join us today. Joa 16, Black Eric, and Essenci.salud se unió también. Join us.
Thank you for joining us. Good. Now let's go to the vocabulary session. To understand some of the concepts that we are teaching in this class for you, the students of 11th grade, I would like to share with you some vocabulary which is very important to understand this class. The first one is communicate.
Communicate.
So what is communicate? I will say.
Communicate.
Communicate is to convey knowledge of our information about, or to make known. That is to share information with another one. That is communication, as you can see in the image. Two people talking, and a lot of information goes from one person to the other. What is the second word?
The second image, foreigner.
Foreigner, yes. And what is a foreigner? A person who comes from another country. So in the image you see different people there with different flags on the top of the head. So that means that a foreigner is a person that is visiting or staying in a country that doesn't belong to them. So that is what happens here. We have a lot of foreigners, isn't it?
Yes, we have Chinese people, we have people from USA, people from different countries.
Exactly. The third one is industry. An industry are the companies and activities involved in the process of producing goods for sale, especially in a factory or a special area. Okay, what is the next word?
The next image is lifestyle.
Lifestyle. Well, lifestyle is the typical way of life of an individual, group, or culture. That's why in the image you see, well, lifestyle could involve health, friends, work, career, everything that you do in your life in a different way, in a very particular way. That is lifestyle. What is the next word?
The next image is success.
Success. Well, success means to achieve a favorable or desired outcome. Something, a goal that you set up ahead of you. So when you reach or you achieve that goal, that is a success. What is the next word?
Okay, the next one image is requirement.
And what is the requirement? Well, requirements is something that you must do or something that you need to do. So something it's just mandatory. In the image you see a list of things. So well, it's because you need to complete all of those things, and that is a requirement. What is the last word?
The last image is relationship.
Relationship, yes, and relationship is the relation or connection of binding participants together. So there are many kinds of relationships, businesses, familiar, and so on. Good. So let's continue with our class of today. Let's do the match.
Okay.
This is a very important part in order to know if you really were paying attention. So we see the image, and you have to match with the word.
With the words.
What is the number one, Mr. Gustavo?
The number one is, I think, is success. Success would be C.
Exactly. You see the person like really happy.
Really happy.
Yes,
Okay.
stretching the hands because he's got what he wants. What is number two?
Number two, communicate could be E.
Yes. What do you think it's E?
Communicate people the image.
Yes. Why do you think it matches with E?
E, because communicate match with E because our people talking between them,
Yes, sharing information.
sharing
right?
information.
Very good. Industry is the number three. What letter belongs to that one?
In industry, A.
Exactly. It's a process or different things that is held in a country, right? Good. The number four.
Number four, lifestyle, I think D.
Yes, exactly. D. And D because lifestyles involve many things.
Many things.
Good. What is the number five?
Number five, foreigner, could be B.
B, because you have a lot of people from different
exactly,
countries.
from
right?
different countries, Canada, England, Japan, United States, Jamaica.
Good. Now let's continue. We will learn today how to speak or talk about country and nationality. Even though both concepts are very similar, we need to know when to use the proper way, or when because the questions that we are given or we do when we want to know about someone is where are you from? This is the topic of explanation, right? So where are you from, or where do you come from? Both questions are correct. Okay, you can make both questions. Where are you from, or where do you come from? And to answer this you must be carefully, because if you say I am from, you will say the name of the country. But if you want to say your nationality, then you will only say I am, and then you say what nationality you belong to. So in this case, we have a lot of example. In the first section, we have like if the country is Turkey, the person is a Turkish. If the country is Britain, the person is British. If the country is Germany, the person is a German. If the country is Italy, the person will be Italian. If the country is France, the person will be a French. If the country is Spain, the person will be a Spanish one. Good. What about the next? Could you continue?
Okay. If the country is Pakistan, the person is Pakistani.
Pakistani. Yes.
Pakistani. Okay. If the country is Japan, the person is Japanese. If the country is Russia, the nationality is Russian. If the country is the USA, the nationality is American. If the country is Iraq, the nationality is Iraqi. And the last one, the country is China, the nationality is Chinese.
Yeah, some of them actually stays almost the same regarding the switch from the country to the nationality looks very similar, but actually some of them are very different. Good. So let's practice. Let's see a little practice here, and the practice is you can see the flag and the boy or the girl there on the image. And you will say, what is the nationality? What is the first one?
The first one is B, the USA.
Okay. Yes.
Okay.
And what about the second one?
The second image is Pakistan.
Yes, Pakistan. So if a person from Pakistan, she will be a Pakistani girl.
Pakistani girl.
What about the? Let's continue with the next slide, number 4. And number 4, what is the country then?
The country would be the USA.
The USA, and so he will be. What is the boy?
American,
exactly, and so on. And of course, he will learn about Panamanians.
Okay.
Well, Panama, the nationality will be Panamanian.
Okay.
Very good. The time is almost over, but we have an assignment for you. What is the assignment for you guys? Well, the assignment is this. You will write a short letter in which you convince a friend to start learning English, okay? And also you will write a list of other benefits that you think someone could have by learning English. So there are a lot of benefits. You can do it. If you need to go and review our classes because there are many other informations that we have to share with you, go to Classroom, googleclassroom.com, and the password is 5W36FGK, and there you have the full access to this class.
Okay.
Thank you for
Thank
being
you,
here.
Betty Rivera, for joining us, and Jay Cortez for joining us also. Okay,
Very
people,
good.
stay there. We will continue after the break.
Conéctate con la estrella, es el proyecto de todos. Y si cantamos a coro todo el mundo, edúcate, edúcate, edúcate. Conéctate, conéctate, conéctate. Somos el futuro de la patria.
Las vacunas contra la COVID-19 son seguras y han salvado muchas vidas. No comas cuento, vacúnate y recuerda que solo juntos superamos la pandemia.
Este es un mensaje del despacho de la Primera Dama de la República, las Naciones Unidas, la Asociación Panameña de Radiodifusión y esta emisora.
Conéctate con la estrella, es el proyecto de todos. Y si cantamos a coro todo el mundo, edúcate, edúcate, edúcate. Conéctate, conéctate, conéctate. Somos el futuro de la patria.
Suena el timbre de 12º grado. Conéctate con la estrella, celebrando el Bicentenario.
Good afternoon, students. Welcome to another class in this afternoon. Today we have a very interesting topic for 12th graders. So stay tuned and share your answer with us. Remember, if you want to follow us or to follow this class, so get access to the Instagram account, which is Nacional FM. And also, if you want to share your answers or send your greetings, you can do it by typing to the number 6004-8182. Now, Mr. Gustavo is in charge of this class for you guys.
Welcome, people. Welcome to this class, 12th grade. Okay, today we have prepared a interesting topic, awesome topic for you guys, for English, for our English class. We have global warming for you people. Animal conservation part 2. Okay. In order to develop this class for today, we have our learning objective for today. What are our learning objective for today, people? Students will be able to talk about how global warming affects the animals. Okay? Students will be able to suggest ways of protecting animals. You are going to be able to know how to protect animals. Okay, students will be able to use in sentence the phrase in order to. What are our success criteria for our topic for today, people? I can talk about the importance of the wildlife. Okay, number 2, I can identify the effects that global warming has upon the animals. And 3, I can write sentence using to and enough. Okay, now we are going to our next part, which is our Did you know? We were talking about our bicentennial. So we had some topics. We have some topics related to our bicentennial. Okay, the Bicentennial Commission designed more than 200 activities which kick off in September 2020 with a competition to design the Bicentennial official logo. Okay, artist Alberto Wen Ortiz winning design represent Panama's various flags since colonial times, beginning with the Villa de los Santos flag, okay, and ending with the red, white, and blue flag that represents the current united and resilient nation. Okay, we continue now with what do you know? Why we prepare what do you know for you today? Because we need to know how much do you know about our topic for today, which is global warming. Mr. Abiachar, do you know the name of these animals? There are more than 1,000 endangered species worldwide, Mr. Abiachar.
Well, I didn't know that. It's something interesting that there are a lot of animals. Actually, I thought that they were less than 500, but imagine there are over that 1,000. So it is very concerning. We have to concern a lot about that. And well, the animals that I can see in the image, the number one looks like a chimpanzee.
Chimpanzee. What chimpanzee are in danger? Okay. Because the poaching and capture for the pet trade has declimated the wild chimpanzees population, which fell from 1 million animals at the turn of the century. Number 2, Mr. Abiachat.
If I'm not mistaken, that would be a panda.
Panda. Why the pandas are in danger? Why? As the human population in China continues to grow, pandas' habitat gets taken over by development, pushing them into smaller and less livable areas. Okay,
it's a shame because this animal is so cute.
It's so cute. Yes. Exactly.
Well, and the number 3, well, it is interesting because I thought that no one messed with this animal. I don't know why people will put in danger this animal, but the number 3 is a rhino. Rhino.
What rhino are in danger, people? Okay, initially numbers dropped due to hunting, but today the main threats to rhino are poaching and habitat loss. Poaching and illegal trade of rhino horn has increased sharply since 2007, Mr. Abiash.
Oh, now I get to understand. So it is due to their horns.
Yes.
So that horns is very valuable.
Very valuable. Okay, the next.
Number 4. Oh my, I didn't know this either. Elephant.
Why elephants are in danger? Humans are to blame for the endangered status of elephant. The two main causes are hunting and habitat loss. Many African herds were hunted for the ivory dogs, and their numbers have been declining as a result.
Well, okay. That's a shame. And the number 5, what can I see there is a green turtle.
Okay, I think the green turtle is in danger also because the hunting and the habitat loss, Mr. Abiashaf. Okay, we continue with the next slide, which is our vocabulary for today, people. Our vocabulary, we have in our vocabulary, number 1, Mr. Abiashaf, number 1 we have?
Number 1 is environment.
Environment. What is environment, people? You have heard that word many times. Many times you have heard that word. What is environment? Environment can be defined as sum total of the living and non-living element and their effects that influence human life. Next one, Mr. Abiashaf.
Endangered.
Endangered, okay? You heard also that word, okay? Endangered. What is endangered? A species of plant or animal that is in danger of becoming extinct. The next one, Mr. Abiashar.
Pollution.
Pollution. What is pollution, people? Pollution is the introduction of harmful materials into the environment. We are suffering from pollution among these centuries, Mr. Abiashar.
That's true.
Yes.
Well, next one is forest.
Forest. What is forest, people? Forest. An area with high density of trees is called forest. An area with high density of trees is called forest. We have a lot of forest here in Panama.
Yes, and we have to take care of.
We have to take care of forests.
Next one is species.
Species. What is a species, people? A species is often defined as a group of organisms that can reproduce naturally with one another and create fertile offsprings.
Good. And the last word for the vocabulary is nature.
Nature. What is nature? Nature is defined as the natural earth and the things on it, okay? Or the essence of a person or thing. The trees, forests, birds, and animals are all examples of nature, okay? Now, we continue with our next slide, which is...
Yes, before continue, I would like to say this to Ceballos Yacinel, which is connected as well. So Nayos, thank you for being here.
Okay, thank you for joining us. Okay, if you pay attention to our vocabulary, you can match this part. Okay, the number one, what is it, Mr. Abiachad? Nature.
Nature, I will suggest the C, the letter C.
The letter C, nature. Okay. The number two, species.
Species is a group of animal or living things. So there will be D.
D, very good, Mr. Abiashab. Okay, number three, forest.
Forest, you remember, guys, the forest is when we have a lot of trees together. So that is there will be E, of course.
In the image number three, we have a lot of trees there. Okay. Endanger. What endanger could be what?
Yes, when you put a risk the life of some animals, so that will be B.
B. We have a tiger there.
Yes, a tiger.
A tiger. Okay, and number five, environment.
Environment, well, it's everything that surrounds you, so it will be A.
A, very good. Okay, people, if you want, you can join us, people. You can answer our match also. Okay, as a topic explanation, we need to know what is animal conservation. Okay, animal conservation is the act of protecting ecosystem and environment to protect the animal that live there. Okay, what is the importance of the animal conservation? The importance is immeasurable. Okay, at a time where our planet is currently experiencing the 6th major extinction event in the 3.6 billion years that life has been on it. This is also the first extinction event caused by humans, and the only one to occur since the dinosaurs were wiped out some 65 million years ago. This is a time where the rubbish path in the Pacific Ocean is larger than the USA and where baby birds swallow more shards of plastic than nutrition food. Okay? Continue with our topic explanation. We have what is animal conservation. Animal conservation in its true definition is to love and fight for the wildlife you love and the habitat they live in. Okay? Animal conservation jobs are usually filled by incredible, passionate, and dedicated people who have committed to spend their entire life to defend the natural world. These amazing people do not spend all their time planning string march or demonstration, as many people assume. Instead, they spend it surviving, educating, and traveling. Okay, we continue with our next slide. Okay, which is what can you do to help endangered animals? What can you do? Okay, you have to answer. If you can, you join us. You could answer three things you can do help endangered animals. Okay, and number one, you can imagine one, Mr. Abichel?
Yes, of course. You shouldn't, if you know that some animals are endangered, you shouldn't buy products that comes from that animal.
Exactly, very good. Okay, Another one will be slow down when we are driving. Could be one of them. Okay. Another one could be never purchase goods made from endangered species. Okay. Another one would be learn about the natural environment and endangered species. We need to know people. We need to learn about our endangered species to take care about them.
Yes, that's true, because in that way you can educate the rest of the people. You can tell them why it is important, but first you need to learn about these animals and how the behaviors they have. I would like to say also greetings to Denise, Leisa, and Luis Beto, who are joining us right now.
Okay, very good. Thank you for joining us. Okay, let's practice, people. Let's practice. Choose the correct answer. Some ways to work for the animal conservations are, we have 3 images, okay? And you have to say, or you have to tell us some ways to work for the animal conservation. In the number 1, Mr. Abiashab.
Well, I think we have 2 options there, camping and surveying. Okay. Well, that person is surveying, which is almost similar to research.
Very good. In the image number 2, we have negotiation and educating. What do you think, Mr. Abiasha?
Well, the image will be related to educating.
Very good. Number 3, we have traveling and hiking. What do you think?
Okay, both of them are similar actually, but traveling is a good way for the conservation because you learn about different animals around the world.
Okay, very good. Okay. Continue with another slide, which is other ways to help endangered animals. See the picture and choose the best option, people. See the picture and choose the best option. In the first image, we have 2 options, Mr. Abiasha.
Yes, we have there, well, if I see the image, that the woman is wearing a tiger's fur as a coat.
Exactly.
So I will say that the option A, which is never purchase them.
Never ever, people. Never. Okay, in the image number 2, we have 2 options, Mr. Abiasha.
Yes, well, it says that option A is cares the animals, and option B is learn about them. I think both of them are fine, but in order to protect them, you have to learn about the animals.
Okay, learn about the animals. Okay, in the number 3, we have a deer. I think so. We have a deer in a car. Okay, we have 2 options.
Yes, you have 2 options for the image, which is A, slow down when driving, and B, never drive drowsy. Okay, it is difficult because both of them is correct, but it's better to slow down when you're driving.
Okay. We need to be careful when we are driving, Mr. Abiasha, because sometimes we can stop when we are driving, and we have some animals in our path, okay, and we need to stop, okay. So we don't have people to join us, Mr. Abiasha?
Yes, but just 26 joined us as well.
Okay, I think we have time, Mr. Abiasha.
Yes.
Okay, let's continue with grammar. In order to, and enough. Okay. When we use in order to, okay, in order to is used to express purpose. Okay, it answers the question why. In order is often omitted. Example, he came here in order to study English. Answer the question why. He came here to study English. Answer the question why he came here to study English. Okay, examples. Number 1, Mr. Abiasha.
Okay, the examples will be I will do my best in order to teach you English.
Okay, number 2, he got up early in order to catch the plane. Number 3, Mr. Abiasha.
In order to be rich, you must use your mind.
Use your mind. Number 4, I will go to England in order to improve my English. Next one, Mr. Abiasha.
They met in order to get information from each other about the project.
Okay, next one is I went to shopping in order to buy a new jeans. Next one, Mr. Abiasha.
In order to play the game, we must have 2 computers.
Okay, we will save money in order to buy a new house. Okay, you have to apply the rules. You have to learn more about the rule, how to use in order to, or when we use in order to, people. Okay, so we have people to join us, Mr. Abiasha.
Yes, we have Mesabel Taylors. She just joined us. Yes, as Mr. Perez mentioned before, we use in order to speak in a very formal way. But most of the people can also omit that. So when you ask something and you want the reason, you can use in order to.
Okay, people, I think we have the time is up.
The time is up, but remember, you can go to our classroom site, Google Classroom, and get to the full information. You can get access to the full lesson, and by accessing there, and the password is 5W36FGK, and there you will find all of the practices that we are missing today.
Okay, very good, people. See you next class.
Thank you for being here.
Thank you very much. Bye.
De todos, y si cantamos a coro todo el mundo, edúcate, 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 conéctate, conéctate, conéctate. Somos el futuro de la patria.
A continuación, Noticiero Nacional Vespertino.
Con orgullo patrio, faltan 2 días para la llegada del Bicentenario de Panamá. Celebramos 200 años y ¿quién más para compartir que Don Bicentenario?
Óyeme una vez más, se encuentra por acá nuestro gran amigo Jorge Isaac, que sabe mucho de la historia y a compartir con todos nuestros oyentes en estos momentos, celebrando con todo el bicentenario de nuestro país.
Así es, un gusto estar de nuevo con usted conversando con esa comunidad de Radio Escucha que lo siguen cada vez más, don Bicentenario. Usted siempre muy visionario de las cosas, obviamente no ha vivido esa cantidad de años por gusto, pero de pronto sería bueno refrescar algo, por ejemplo, el primer presidente de la República, ¿le parece? En esa elección usted votó, ¿no?
Claro que sí, y yo le voy a decir algo, voté en contra.
Manuel Amador Guerrero.
Oye, el doctor más respetado.